Derek Brunson is an American professional mixed martial artist who currently competes in the middleweight division for the UFC. As of August 7th, 2021, he is number 4 in the UFC middleweight rankings. An impressive fighter, he's making waves in the fighting scene despite being a veteran. He may not be as well known as some others. Here are Derek Brunson facts nobody knew about. 1. Wrestling is his base. In the UFC, there are 2 types of fighters, strikers and grapplers. Some prefer to keep the stand-up game while others want to take it to the ground. Brunson is the latter. He was originally a wrestler by trade. He won 3 regional championships and was a 3-time NCAA-All American at the University of North Carolina at Pembroke. He compiled 121 career victories for the Braves. At his core, he is a wrestler. 2. He was also a cheerleader. Brunson was a competitive cheerleader and also wrestled at John T. Hoggard High School under Coach Dan Willis. Brunson had a scholarship for both cheerleading and wrestling, but chose to wrestle in college. 2 sports are vastly different, and it's quite amazing how he was able to master both. Cheerleading in particular is a very difficult sport to be in for men. It requires a lot of strength and endurance to lift and throw the female cheerleaders in the air. 3. Brunson came into MMA with a bang. Brunson made his professional MMA debut in May 2010 against John Bryant, where he won by a rear naked choke in under a minute. He then won his next 5 fights, with none of them having made it past 2 minutes 30 seconds of the first round. He's kept this pace going for his career and fights like he's trying to keep an appointment. An explosive and powerful athlete, Brunson has 5 sub-minute finishes on his resume. He delivered a 14-second technical knockout against Todd Chattel, a 36-second TKO on Ed Herman, a 41-second knockout against Edward Jackson, a 48-second submission on Brian Houston, and a 52-second submission against John Bryant. Fun fact and kind of a weird statistic is that Brunson does exceptionally well at home. Brunson was born and raised in Wilmington, North Carolina, and owns a perfect 4-0 record in his home state. Those 4 fights lasted a combined 5 minutes 42 seconds. However, Brunson has not fought in front of his fellow Tar Heels since December 4th, 2010. 5. Brunson made his debut in Strikeforce. Brunson made his Strikeforce debut on June 24, 2011 at Strikeforce Challengers. Fodor versus Terry against undefeated Jeremy Hamilton. He won the fight via unanimous decision. In a quick turnaround, Brunson fought his second fight for Strikeforce just over 1 month after his debut. He faced Lumumba Sayers on the undercard of Strikeforce, Fedor vs. Henderson, on July 30th, 2011. He won the fight via submission in the first round. Brunson's next fight was on November 18th, 2011 at Strikeforce Challengers, Britt vs. Sayers against Nate James. He won the fight via unanimous decision. Brunson was scheduled to face Ronaldo Souza on March 3rd, 2012 at Strikeforce Tate vs. Rousey. However, the Ohio State Athletic Commission denied his fight license based on an eye exam he had submitted. Derek fought wearing contacts in all of his bouts, but Ohio has a rule against this. Derek immediately scheduled a LASIK procedure and missed about 6 weeks. Brunson later faced Souza on August 18, 2012 at Strikeforce, Rousey vs. Kaufman, and was defeated by KO at 41 seconds of the first round. Later, he was accepted in the UFC. He fought in UFC 17, but was pulled on the first day of filming because he was not released from his Showtime contract yet. Brunson made his UFC debut replacing an injured Carlos Mamolo against Chris Lieben on December 29, 2012 at UFC 155. Despite being a late replacement and heavy underdog, Brunson utilized his superior wrestling to defeat Lieben via unanimous decision. Brunson was expected to face Ronnie Marks on June 8, 2013 at UFC on Fuel TV 10. However, the bout was scrapped on the day of the weigh-in as Marks was involved in a traffic accident. While Marks was not seriously injured, the incident prevented him from competing. Brunson was expected to face Yoel Romero on August 31, 2013 at UFC 164, but was eventually forced off the card with an injury. Brunson was expected to face Antonio Braga Neto on November 6, 2013 at UFC Fight Night 31. However, Neto pulled out of the bout citing an injury and replaced by Brian Houston. Brunson won the fight in impressive fashion early, connecting with a head kick on Houston and then securing a rear naked choke submission. The bout with Romero was rescheduled for January 15, 2014 at UFC Fight Night 35. After winning the first 2 rounds, Brunson was dropped by a left hook and lost the fight via TKO due to elbows on the ground in the 3rd round. But fighters earned a $50,000 Fight of the Night bonus award. On February 15, 2014, it was announced that Brunson had signed a 4-fight contract with UFC. Brunson was expected to face Lorenz Larkin on August 2, 2014 at UFC 176. After UFC 176 was canceled, Larkin-Brunson was rescheduled and eventually took place on August 30, 2014 at UFC 177. Brunson won the fight via unanimous decision. Brunson was expected to face Ed Herman on December 13, 2014 at UFC on Fox 13. However, the bout was scrapped just hours before the fight as Brunson was stricken with a stomach ailment. Subsequently, the bout with Herman was rescheduled and took place on January 31, 2015 at UFC 183. Brunson won the fight via TKO in the 1st round. Brunson was expected to face Krzysztof Jotko on June 20, 2015 at UFC Fight Night 69. However, Brunson pulled out of the fight on June 9, citing a rib injury and was briefly replaced by Uriah Hall. 3 days after the booking, Hall was removed due to an alleged visa issue. In turn, Jotko was removed from the card entirely. Brunson faced Sam Alvey on August 8, 2015 at UFC Fight Night 73. He won the fight via TKO in the 1st round. Brunson next faced Roan Carneiro on February 21, 2016 at UFC Fight Night 83. He won the fight via TKO, earning his 3rd consecutive TKO stoppage in the 1st round. Brunson was scheduled to face Gegard Mousasi on July 9, 2016 at UFC 200. However, he later was forced to pull out of the bout. Brunson faced Uriah Hall on September 17, 2016 at UFC Fight Night 94. Brunson won the fight via TKO in the 1st round after dropping Hall with a left hook and finishing him with a flurry of ground and pound. Brunson faced Robert Whittaker on November 27, 2016 at UFC Fight Night 101. He lost the back-and-forth fight via 1st-round TKO. Both participants were awarded a Fight of the Night bonus. Brunson faced Anderson Silva on February 11, 2017 at UFC 208. He lost the fight via unanimous decision. Brunson fight Dan Kelly on June 11, 2017 at UFC Fight Night 110. He won by knockout in the 1st round after dropping Kelly with a straight left and finishing him off with a barrage of ground and pound. Brunson faced Lyoto Machida on October 28, 2017 at UFC Fight Night 119. He won the fight via knockout in the 1st round. This win also earned him a Performance of the Night bonus award. A rematch with Ronaldo Souza took place on January 27, 2018 in a main event at UFC on Fox 27. Brunson lost the fight via TKO in the 1st round. Brunson was expected to face Antonio Carlos Jr. on August 4, 2018 at UFC 227. However, Brunson pulled out of the fight in early July citing an eye injury. Brunson faced Israel Adesanya on November 3, 2018 at UFC 230. He lost the fight via technical knockout in round 1. Brunson faced Elias Theodora on May 4, 2019 at UFC Fight Night 151. He won the fight by unanimous decision. Brunson faced Ian Heinrich on August 17, 2019 at UFC 241. He won the fight by unanimous decision. In December 2019, Brunson announced on his social media that he had signed a new 6-fight contract with the UFC. Brunson was expected to face Edmund Shabazian on March 7, 2020 at UFC 248. However, it was announced on February 20th that the bout had been rescheduled and will take place on April 11, 2020 at UFC Fight Night, Overeem vs. Harris. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the event was eventually postponed. The bout eventually was scheduled on August 1st, 2020 at UFC Fight Night, Brunson vs. Shabazian. He won the fight via technical knockout in round 3. Brunson faced Kevin Holland on March 20th, 2021 at UFC on ESPN 21. He won the fight via unanimous decision. Brunson faced Darren Till on September 4th, 2021 in UFC Fight Night, Brunson vs. Till. He won the fight via rear naked choke submission in round 3. Out of all these fights, he has yet to win a championship. It's safe to say that he's still quite underrated in the fight game. The window for his title chance is closing quite fast due to his age. Perhaps he'll be given an opportunity before his retirement. Now that he's 4th in rankings, a big payday may be ahead of him. With that, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.